What is up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. So before you guys hit the dislike button and write a hateful comment saying you disagree with everything I've already said, just listen to this video. In this video, I'm going to talk about why we are giving Brie Larson too much backlash and why everyone is maybe going a little too far with the hateful comments saying let's get her kicked out. Why it's just too much and it doesn't make sense. So please watch till the end of the video because this could change your mind. Just keep an open mind when watching this. So let's get started. So if any of you guys have been on the internet in the past, 3 months, you have heard of the controversy with Brie Larson / Captain Marvel. Brie Larson has said many comments, both about white men and about other things that have really offended some people. And of course, the character of Captain Marvel is just very stoic, not very lively in a sense. And a lot of people don't like that. And of course, with this, a lot of people are saying Brie Larson should get kicked out, not only because of the character, but because of what Brie Larson has said and done in the past couple months. So for me, I do not think this is the right thing to do, and all this backlash that she's getting, all these hateful comments she's getting, does not make sense. People want to replace this person, but it makes no sense. If you really think about it, Brie Larson has been introduced as kind of the leader for the next phase. If you guys have watched any interviews with the Avengers Endgame cast, they have pretty much said Brie Larson is kind of going to be the leader, kind of carrying the next couple phases of the MCU. So to take a character and replace her after her solo film and after her being in Avengers Endgame, of course, one, makes no sense whatsoever, and it's going to be very confusing to a lot of people if they decide to do that. And two, I just want to see this character grow, okay? If you guys have done any research about the whole Marvel universe and all the actors and actresses and whatnot, you should know that there are many, many different actors who've kind of gone through the same thing, that Brie Larson is going through right now, and yet are considered maybe some of the most well-loved characters in the MCU, such as Robert Downey Jr. If you guys do know, Robert Downey Jr. has a very sketchy past with drugs and many other things, and when he was first getting hired to play Iron Man, many people hated the idea of that. He got so much backlash for this because of his past and what he said and what he's done, and they're just like, he's not going to be a good Iron Man. And it just didn't make sense to them. But now he is arguably considered the most well-loved character in the MCU. And of course, with his role in Avengers Endgame, it was perfect. It was a perfect casting for Iron Man. Of course, we have Tom Holland. He was a kid who, of course, spoils so many things for Avengers, so many things for the Marvel movies, and people hated that, of course. And he was such a young kid at the time when he first made his debut in Captain America Civil War. People were just like, why are we hiring this kid who has never been in a single movie before, a big movie at least, and he has no idea what he's doing? People hated that. Of course, we have some backlash with Chris Pratt and many, many others. But you know what? A lot of these people who get backlash are now considered the best Marvel characters in the MCU, and maybe even the best actors ever. So the same thing is going on with Brie Larson. She is experiencing a lot of backlash right now for what she has said, but it doesn't make sense to do this to her. Because you know what? She could become one of the most well-loved characters in these next couple phases, just like Iron Man. People hated Iron Man, but now he's considered the most well-loved. Just like Spider-Man. People did not want this young kid to be in here. Now could be arguably considered the best Spider-Man portrayal ever to be on screen. So if you continue to look more in the past of these actors and actresses that Marvel has hired, you can tell that there is kind of a pattern here. That Marvel will hire someone that people don't like, and after we see them grow and develop for a couple years, they become really good characters. So I believe the same thing will happen for Brie Larson. She's only been in 2 movies. She had a small part in Avengers Endgame, and of course, she had her solo film. But that's not enough to determine the character or to determine Brie Larson. I personally want to see Brie Larson and Captain Marvel grow, both as a person and character. Brie Larson just has never been in anything this big before, She's been in Room, and then she's also been in Scott Pilgrim vs. World, and those are kind of her bigger ones. There's a couple more, but I don't honestly have not seen all of them yet, so I just want to see her grow as a character. She needs to learn how to be in the spotlight and know what to say. And she's still learning how to do that. So I want to see these next couple of years, I want to see her grow. And of course, the character of Captain Marvel. You know what? this character, I just cannot wait to see this character change, this character grow, this character develop and deepen to where we can actually understand it. When Captain America first came into the, into the spotlight, the character he was then is not the same character he is now. Same with Iron Man. The character he was then is not the same character he was now. So the character is going to change. And of course, with all this backlash that Brie Larson is getting for the next movie and whatever movie she's in next, the directors are going to have to change up the character a little bit, because the audience is obviously not liking it. So the character is going to change at some point, and that's that's a given. So for us to give her this backlash and say let's get her out, she sucks because of what she has said and of course of the character, it just doesn't make sense. Now I'm not at all saying that what she said was okay, because of course it did offend people and it was wrong what she said. All I'm saying is this: we need to put that aside and just try to give her a chance. She is brand new to this. I want to see her grow. We need to give her a chance to be in the spotlight, learn from her mistakes, and then move on and do the right thing. Yes, right now, I'm not saying that what she's done is okay and that we should just ignore it. I'm just saying we need to give her a chance. I've read multiple articles about this, and a lot of the articles I've heard have said America has become super sensitive and gets offended at the littlest things. I might try linking the article in the description to where you guys can read some of this stuff I'm talking about. But literally, the whole internet right now is freaking out about the things that Brie Larson has said, and we are not really focusing on the homeless or sex trafficking or things like this, and it just doesn't make sense. You can search Captain Marvel on the internet, and then the first thing you'll see is all these things that Captain Marvel has done wrong. You search, the homeless, and you're not going to find as much. Just because Brie Larson right now is in the spotlight and people are freaking out about that one thing that she said, or maybe that group of things she has said, and it just doesn't make sense. We need to focus on more important things. Okay, that's kind of what the thing is here. So Brie Larson, give her a chance. That's all I'm trying to say in this video. We need to see her in these next 2-3 years, see how she grows. Now if she's still the same way she is now in 2-3 years, then we've got a problem, and then I think it's okay to maybe be a little more aggressive with trying to push her forward, I guess. But as of right now, she's a new character. She is still developing. So yes, it's not going to be great the first time. Like I said, think back to all these other characters, these really popular characters in the MCU. They first start out maybe a little sketchy, like for Thor. Think of the first Thor movie. The first Thor movie was completely different than the second Thor movie. And then the third Thor movie, he was like some jokester. So it completely changes. But once we give it a chance, we will end up liking it, okay? So that's all I'm saying. Give Brie Larson a chance. Stop, saying all these things about her, saying, we wish we could get her kicked out. Give the character a chance. Give her 2-3 years. Let her character develop. Let Brie Larson grow as a person. Then we will see what happens. So if you guys made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. Keep an open mind when thinking about this. I want to see this character do good. I was really excited for the Captain Marvel movie, so I want to see this character grow, and I want to see Brie Larson as a person grow also. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment. You guys have an amazing day.